All right, so Ballot is up. He says, "Hey guys, so I'm syndicating content from both the brand website and YouTube channels, the brand's website and YouTube channels. How much would be the minimum to change the blog post from just plain embedding the YouTube videos? So would it be enough to add X amount of words extra next to the video, like transcribing or just posting the same content in a blog format? Or should the blog post have different content in order to not be a duplicate? Thanks." Well, Belin, you can do a transcription. That's fine. That's what I do with a lot of my like client sites, for example. Some of my clients actually, most of my clients are like in the contracting industry. So they do home services. So like HVAC services and plumbing and things like that. And so some of my clients, not all of them, because some of them just refuse to do it, but some of them like have their technicians go, and I trained them to do this, but it's very simple. Like for example, a plumbing company, they send one of their plumbers out to a job. And once they get to the job and they assess what it is, or they complete the job, do the repair work or whatever it is, they pull out their cell phone and they record a short video saying, "Hey, this is John from Joe's Plumbing, and I'm out on location in Fairfax County, Virginia. I got a call for a leaky faucet. This was the problem that I found. This is what I did to fix it. If you have any problems like that require similar to like requiring faucet repair, call Joe's Plumbing at," and then they give the call to action. And they send me those videos, and I optimize them and upload them to YouTube, and then create the blog posts out of those with the transcription. So essentially, I just send a link over to a transcription service, have them transcribe the video, which is generally about a minute to a minute and a half long. So it costs me like $1.50 or $3 to get the thing transcribed. And when I get it back, I add that as the content. Well, or my VA will do it, or one of my VAs will do it, but they'll create a blog post with the video embedded and in the transcription underneath. And that's great because that works really well. Now, there's not really a way that you can automate that. I automate it through a virtual assistant. That's my way of automating it. But I don't know that I don't know a way to do that using like IFTTT. So if you want to add the additional content, that's fine. Transcription works great. However, it would be a manual process, right? So one of the reasons why our YouTube syndication applets from IFTTT, the auto syndication applets, don't include like the description, for example, of the videos, and why we always just put like this video, was can also be seen on YouTube here, and you put the YouTube link and maybe the channel link or a playlist link, but that's it. And the reason why is because through the many networks that I've had and tested over the years, I was finding that when you import the description, and you can change the applet, by the way, but we have the applet set up with the ingredients that work the best, that produce, that don't cause any problems for your blog sites. What I was having problems with was at one point in time, I had a really large, what I called a video broadcasting network. Consider it like a PBN, but it was used specifically for just video syndication sites. Okay. And I would syndicate, and because of the way I would set up those video broadcasting network sites, again, similar to PBNs, right? So they were self-hosted WordPress sites on domains that I had picked up, like expired domains and stuff like that, and build out these syndication networks using the self-hosted WordPress site as the trigger point, right? And I would have YouTube actually, like every time I would upload a video to a particular channel, it would syndicate out automatically to all these WordPress sites, and then the WordPress site would trigger the IFTTT network around it, right? And so they were random. Some of them would import video descriptions, some would not. And what happened was, through one of Google's de-indexing sprees that it goes on from time to time, I got hit, and my video broadcasting networks got hit. And all the sites that had been importing the descriptions got de-indexed. All of the sites that did not import the descriptions, that only had a YouTube video, so essentially the embed code and a link to the video itself, and then a link back to the channel and or playlist, all of those survived. And it was the same network, which was interesting. So it led me to, obviously, to understand that Google does not like the republishing or posting of the video descriptions. And I can understand why, because they can be a bit spammy, right? We drop links and all kinds of stuff into the description, and so it comes out looking spammy. And so that's why I stopped doing it, and why all of the applets that we provide don't pull in the descriptions. So the reason I tell you that is because if you're creating videos on the front end, and let's say that you already have, like, let's say that it's a recorded video where you've already written a script, for example. And so now you get the video created or recorded, and then you go to add the video to YouTube. Well, you already have the transcription at that point, right? Or you can record a video or have a video produced and then get it transcribed. And when you upload it to YouTube, you can add your transcription as the video description. That's the only way that I would know how to automate it, is if you had the transcription before you uploaded to YouTube. Does that make sense? So otherwise, if you upload the video first, then have it transcribed, well, when it uploads, it's going to automatically syndicate through your networks. So then you'd have to go in and manually edit your blog post and on your money site or whatever. But that wouldn't include the transcription across all those other properties either. Does that make sense? So the only way for you to syndicate the video plus the description with a transcription, I should say, is if you were to have that prepared ahead of time before you uploaded the video, which would trigger the syndication to begin with. Okay. And that's, it's fine, guys, if you want to include that, do that kind of stuff on the front end. I don't recommend syndicating a video with use the applets the way we have them. I mean, you can test and you can play around with them, but just know that, the reason we set those applets up the way we did was there was a reason for it. And that the reason that I just gave you. Okay. So as far as this, again, I would recommend that you would either just upload the video using the applets the way that they are, and then go back on the money site blog and edit the post manually. And it's something a VA could do where they could add the transcription. That way, across all the syndication points, it's just the video embed and the links back, right? That's it. But then on the blog itself, which is a money site, yeah, that's fine to put the transcription there. That's how I would prefer to do it, as opposed to even transcribing ahead of time before syndicating, because then you end up having that, again, the additional text underneath the video, even though the transcription probably isn't as spammy as like a normal YouTube description. I still would, because I know of those types of syndication points getting shut down when the text is imported as well. And so I just prefer to avoid that and make sure that it's just a YouTube embed and then a link back to the video and or the playlist and or channel. Okay.